Jacob Kurtzwitz.
Jacob, last game, I believe that was only fourth time in the past decade where a Mizzou team attempted 10 or fewer three-pointers in a game. What was Texas doing well to prevent you from not just not making a lot of threes, but even attempting them in the first place?
First off, they did a great job just staying to us shooters, playing aggressive. I heard a little bit of the post game with their head coach, and they prepped for us the whole week. They had a couple off days, but mentally they were already, trying to plan for us as far as physicality. I think everybody's understood like we're a real physical team, and we play hard and we're tough, and we got a lot of pieces. And I think he did a great job trying to execute that with their bye week. And I think their guys were fresh. That's one word he used a lot was being fresh, and I think that's a total difference. Because he's able to, push them, harder. I know we came off a really good game before that, and we were working, and again, I think it was just a great job. They hugged up to us, made it hard for us to get shots. It was just good execution.
Jacob, what do you feel like you guys can do to be more consistent as a team down the stretch?
I think, just continuing to, not live and die by every play. Understand that we're going to have some good plays, we're going to have some bad plays, we're going to turn the ball over, we'll give up an offensive rebound from them. Just keep going. It's a game of runs. We've proven that. We've had a lot of games where, it seemed it wouldn't go our way and it went our way. I think, continuing while we're at home, having a good home crowd. The last game we had a really good crowd. I think if they continue to support us, I think this is one of the hardest places to play at when you're an opposing team. And I think with us, just understanding each other's roles. I mean, we're at this time in the season where I think everybody knows what we need from them, and just continuing to do our best and just not really living and dying by each play.
Jacob, kind of off that, what's important in this final 6-game stretch here? The regular season's a tough stretch. What's important for this team to show when you're looking towards March as well?
Really just staying together. Understanding, we're gonna have a couple road games where it's gonna be really tough against us, but you got home games too, and really just executing and protecting home court. We need is all the games we can get. It's not gonna be easy. We understand that, and we're fine with that. We're prepared for that. Again, I think it's just sticking together, understanding it's a game of runs again, that we're always going to be in every game, doesn't matter the score. Don't always look up there at the score. Just play the game, execute the game plan, and continue to do what we practice.
When you say living and dying by every play, is that something you've noticed as been a consistent detriment to the team, been consistently something that's impacted and affected you guys in some of these games?
Yeah, I think it hit us a couple times, and I've been a victim to it too. Sometimes I get in my head, and there was a clip out there last game where Ant Robinson had to have my back, and he did. Got me back in the zone, got me back in there to motivate me, because it was tough. It was tough not getting threes. It's tough being guarded like that, and especially when they're on a run and you're not doing so hot. So it was good to know that he had my back, and I think if we continue to do that, there's anything we can get through. And I think, and I appreciate him for doing that, but that just shows the character of our team. He's on the bench too, and he could have whatever emotions about the run and everything, but he decided to be unselfish and look out for me. So yeah, I mean, there's been times where it's been tough, but again, as I shared earlier, like we've been in those moments where we were like that, but moments like that got us out of those moments, and we executed a couple games this season where it seemed like we weren't going to win. The odds were against us, and we pulled through.
Jacob, can you kind of speak to the leader Ant has been throughout these past few weeks?
Oh, and he's been a leader the whole year. His game, he's still Ant. Everybody believes in him. Everybody trusts him. His voice echoes. We have his back just like how he has ours. I mean, there's no doubt in our mind he's an all-league guard. I mean, that's just who he is. He practices like one. You just got to get his confidence up. And I think we saw a little bit of it last game, even though we came up with a loss. A little bit at the end, I told him when he sat back down and said, "Hey, we need more of that, whatever that was. Like, that's you, And he's always been a leader. He's always been a good person, good kid. And you know, I think he's going to be big for us in this last stretch, and in tournament play, I think he's going to be huge for us. We need him. He's a vocal leader. Everybody trusts him, and you know, that's a captain.
Jacob, what stands out about Vanderbilt? What do they do well?
So Vanderbilt is a really good team. They have a lot of options too. You know, they got pretty good depth. Not sure about, you know, a couple of their players as far as injury wise. One of them, Miles, don't know where he's at. He's a big piece, but we're scouted for him, ready for him as well. They shoot free throws really well as a unit. They push the ball. They don't allow rim shots. They're one of the best in the country at, you know, not allowing rim shots. So obviously we're really good at getting rim shots, you know, and I think, you know, that's going to be really where the battle's won, is who executes well there, and also, you know, rebounding. We got to rebound. I think we're gonna have a really good battle. I mean, there's depth on depth, and then aggression on aggression. So whoever wants it more.
Anything else for Jacob? Thanks, Jacob.
All right, thank you.
This is